Mm. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Intuitive Energy Forecast for December 27th, 2021. I'm Arlene Grace, an intuitive energy coach and mentor channel. Take whatever resonates for you, leave the rest behind. So I was just tuning into the energy today, and the words that came out was the heart wants what the heart wants. Think about that. The heart wants what the heart wants. And if you were to go back in time, if you were to go back into your past to perhaps your first relationships, your first boyfriend or girlfriend, whatever, your first romantic love. And you look back on that time and you think, what was I thinking? What was I thinking? What was I thinking to be in that relationship? What was I thinking about in being in this type of, I don't know, narcissistic relationship, abusive relationship, one where he might have cheated on me, she might have cheated on me, one where they just didn't look the way I thought they would look, or it just didn't end up the way that I thought it would be. And that's the energy today. The energy today is the disillusion of love, the disillusion of what you thought love was. And of course, it begins with the self, but there's a beautiful ability to see that mirrored. When you look back at your past relationships, can you see the drama triangle? Can you see that perhaps you were going round and round in this place of playing the bully, the savior, and maybe the victim, and just going around and around in this little triangle, saving, then being the bully, then playing the victim because you were giving too much, or all of these things? And can you even see that in your relationships with your family, with your friends, with those that you are connected to? Who are your top five? And I know I've asked this question in the past. And when you think about this past weekend, where we all connected with our family, our friends, our lovers, our partners, our business partners, whether that was on Zoom or whether that was, in person. When you think about these relationships, was there happiness there? Were you there connecting in that energy of happiness and love and celebration and abundance? And when you think about your friends, is it the same? Are you there and are you spending time connecting with one another, perhaps growing together or celebrating one another, expressing happy and creating more of that? Or were you with your family and your friends and your lover and all of those things, and were you commiserating in your misery? Were you playing in the drama triangle of, actually competition of, oh, well, on my way here, there was just all this traffic. I couldn't understand, why would there be so much traffic on Christmas Day and blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah, well, when I was on my way over and I was driving on the highway, there was a car accident over there and blah, blah, blah. And so competing for your misery. We have this ability to shed all of this, to come into the awareness of this, to see the patterns in our relationships, and to see the relationship that we have within ourselves, to see where we may be playing these patterns for ourselves, especially as we move into the new year. Many times we go into the new year with these new intentions, these new goals. Oh, I want to lose weight. I want to start bringing in well-being in my body, and I want to do this, this, this. Oh, and I want to start eating healthily. I want a better relationship. I want to call in more wealth. I want all of these things. And in this intention, many of us don't necessarily see it through. In fact, there are studies that show that, their gym memberships go up high, really high in January. There's lots of sales and all of these things. And there's a lot of people that are going there. But by the time you get to the end of January, many people have not, continued to move forward on this intention. February, probably even less, March, less again. And then as you get closer to summer, that would be here in the Northern Hemisphere, ramps back up again, right? Summer bod. And so it's looking at, okay, well, if the heart wants what the heart wants, am I in fantasy? Because when I look back at that relationship that I was talking about earlier on, when I was looking back and I'm like, whoa, how did I end up there? Can you see the places where perhaps control played a role? Manipulation, abuse, separation, betrayal, not necessarily being honest with yourself. Because absolutely the heart wants what the heart wants, but there's also an aspect of letting go of all of these aspects, like letting go of all of these things, letting go of the control, letting go of the self-betrayal, letting go of the self-abuse, letting go of the self-abandonment, letting go of the idea that you can be separate. There's an invitation to bring whole self, whole being into all of you, into all of your relationships today, and really move forward with that. And so with this awareness of all of these things, there can rise up this fear of being alone, this fear of, hey, I saw what it was like this past weekend. I'm not sure I like what I saw. I'm not sure I like how I was connecting in this relationship. I'm not sure if these are my people. And in that, there could be a rising up of, but what if I don't have anyone around me? What if I don't have any friends? What if no one likes me? What if people think I'm crazy? What if? But what if that in that disillusion of love, what if in the disillusion of love and deciding to love yourself so much and being you and your whole self, that actually attracted those like you? The brain loves same. The brain loves to look for the sameness in others because the sameness in others equates to safety. And so you may be attracting people in your life that are very much the same as you so that they can mirror you. We can't see ourselves on our own. And so in what you saw this weekend, are you willing to shift that? And if you love what you experienced, are you willing to expand that? Are you willing to put that out? Are you willing to flow the power of emotions? Are you willing to make it bigger, make it more? That's the other side of this. There's this beautiful ability to move in the power of your emotions, to move in the power of love. And so in this, there's a beautiful opportunity to make it bigger, to expand it out, to increase this sense of devotion to yourself and in how you are experiencing your relationships. There's this ability to move in momentum, to see the abundance of it. And so abundance is an interesting word because abundance is the abundance of whatever it is that you are focused on. You just get more and more and more of it. And so if you have fear of being alone, then you're just going to get more and more and more of it. And if you want to experience more love and you focus on that and what love actually means to you, because there's a disillusion of it today, a deepening of what that may mean to you today, and to flow that momentum. Today, we get to ground into what this means for us, to ground into love, to build a sturdy, secure foundation with it, and to bring in flow, more flow, because stability does equate to flow. So when you look at your relationships today, there is an invitation to notice Where am I in flow with my relationships? Where am I in flow with my relationship to me, to my money, to my business, to my wealth, to my lover, to my family, to my community? And am I in flow with that? And if you're not, asking yourself, what is it that I do want? I'm channeling so fast, my words are not catching up. So in that, in noticing where you may be stuck, it's asking yourself, okay, well, what is it that I want to experience with my business? What is it that I want to experience in relationship with my lover, with my friends, with my family? What is it that I want to experience? What does it feel like? Why do I want it? And then move through that awareness today. There's a lot of power today. There's a lot of, it's like this energy of the taming of the shrew. When you look at the taming of the shrew, it's funny because that came through too. It's this, there was so much control and manipulation in the relationship of taming a woman in order that she may marry a man, withholding food, withholding the way that she dressed, or controlling the way that she dressed, putting her down in order to tame her. We're busting out of that today. We're busting out of the control. And so notice today where you may be controlling relationships, where you may be controlling you, where you may be losing control of your mind and just continuing to play these fantasy stories in your mind and coming to a place where you start to believe them. It's such an amazing energy today. An ability to flow and move in full abundance. Beautiful. Questions, comments, please feel free to share and I will be happy to respond. Have a beautiful day. Much love.